Welcome. I'm Pastor Randall Neal at Zion Lutheran Church with our devotion on Tuesday, September 22nd. Let's not rush it. It's going to come soon enough. Well, this afternoon, whatever it is that you might be watching, I want to talk a little bit about some of our staff here at Zion. Each year we do a marvelous time together of enjoying each other's company at our staff Christmas get-together. And of course, because Christmas and Easter are always so busy around here, we do our staff parties after the fact. So it's usually in January. Well, one of the things that we've done over the years, that we've had a good time in doing it, is at our staff Christmas party, which we've been hosting at my house for the past 14 years. And what we do is we each bring some kind of what we call heavy hors d'oeuvres. In other words, more than just chips and dip, but something a little more substantial, and we enjoy that and eat that and share other food items, eat and drink and enjoy the time. Well, the agenda is really pretty simple. By this time of the year, we've had enough activities that it's nice just to unwind a little bit. Our spouses or significant others come with us, and we go and enjoy the food and the time together. And we end up all going downstairs to our lower level of our home. And we sit in a big circle to play a game with a fireplace going, and it's quite cozy. Well, how the game works is that we play primarily, it's kind of developed over the years, but it's a common party game. It's called the White Elephant game. I'm guessing many of you have played it. Well, we call it the White Dragon game, but I'm not going to tell you why we do that yet. It's kind of an interesting and a fun story in itself. But needless to say, our White Elephant game. And it's always a lot of fun with this common party game. Well, how it works is each person is to bring something that they really want to get rid of, a white elephant, if you will. Oh, we beautifully wrap it and package it so that it's a very appealing gift on the outside. And then everyone draws a number and we sit in a circle, and when your number comes up, you have to choose of one of the gifts that are there that is wrapped, and you get it, and you get to unwrap it and make it your own. Or taking that unopened package and trading it for what someone else has already opened. And then you leave them with whatever it is, that still unwrapped package that you have. And at the end, everyone gets to open theirs and show what they have. Well, somehow it always ends up being a few items that everybody wants. And depending on how aggressive our staff is, and we've had some pretty aggressive ones over the years, that special hot item, that desirable item, is zeroed in on, and the traders go after it with a vengeance. Those few items just keep moving around, trade after trade after trade. Well, the trick that has been learned over the years is getting the gift you really want by drawing number one, which means you go first, you pick, but generally you have to trade and trade and trade. And that means the person who draws that number one didn't make the trade at the beginning. But, and here's the key, while the trading frenzy for the evening hot items get more and more intense, the person with the number one slip of the paper that went first just kind of sits back peacefully and quietly through it all. That person knows, because he or she remembered the often forgotten rule of the game. Since number one didn't get to make a trade at the beginning of the game, he or she gets to make the last trade of the game. So all along, that person knew what he or she wanted, and all along he or she was sitting there thinking, I know how this is going to end. I'm going to get the gift I want. Well, one of the exciting things about what God reveals to us, my friends, in His Word, is that we get to see how things are going to end. And that's a good thing. The frenzy and chaos of life, which we find ourselves in today, the COVID-19 world, may last quite a while. We don't know, do we? There may be lots of twists and changes yet ahead of us. Maybe we're near the end. We don't really know. But like that white elephant, number one slip holder, there's no question about how it's going to end up. God gives us an incredible promise in Romans 8:28. It's a verse that one great writer called a soft pillow for a long night. I like that definition. Well, later verses in Romans will declare that if God is for us, no one can successfully be against us. And that's true. That section from Romans tells us that Christ's love makes us conquerors in this worst of life disasters that sometimes we may find ourselves in. It reassures us there will never be a life quake so severe that it will be able to take us out of Jesus' love. But before all that, my friend, this promise of how everything in a believer's life will end up, and here's what it reads. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. I like the King James Version, which says God works all things together for good. Now, you notice that it talks about for good, not that it is good. There's a big distinction there. You know, during the white elephant game, it can be really frantic. In fact, it can even hurt. Sometimes you see your gift getting passed on, you go, oh, I wanted that. The verse doesn't say that everything in life is good. It says God is working everything together for good. And that's my takeaway for this morning. I want you, my friend, to realize that whether there's agony or ecstasy, whether there's pain, whether there's gains, whether there's losses, even what the devil's doing to you right now. Paul, who wrote this letter to the Romans, remember, he had a thorn in his flesh. It wasn't good in itself. It hurt him. It frustrated him. And the Bible says it was a messenger from Satan. But Paul, if you remember, he saw the good that came later in the game. The pain had brought him to the end of himself and into the experience of God's power. Only the powerless ever experience. The gain was far greater than the pain. Well, you know, my friend, that's the implied guarantee of Romans chapter 8. God will not allow it in your life unless it can be used for a greater good. I like that. No matter how hard this current situation is to understand your situation, no matter how almost unbearable the pain you may find yourself in, it's possible for you to keep going with this unexplainable sense of peace and well-being. Because while God never guarantees all the chapters of our life will be happy, he does guarantee a happy ending. The outcome? A better family, perhaps. A better opportunity to minister to people around us. A better business. A better you. Or if you'll stay on the Jesus path, if you'll let the struggle turn you to the Lord, not away from him, it can be a happy ending. He'll do what will bring you the greatest good and him the greatest glory. So relax in that guarantee, my friend, no matter how it looks right now. And as the pressure and the frenzy increase all around you, you'll be able to sit there with this wonderful inner calm saying, because of your sovereign Lord, I know how this is going to be end. This is going to end, and it will be a good thing. Thanks for joining me today. May God be with you and bless you in this day and the week to come. See you next time.